By virtue of who I am, prejudice and discrimination are things I have some first-hand knowledge of. And when I entered the Parliament, I did actually think very carefully about how to handle being Asian and gay and in the Parliament, because it hadn't been done before. I thought a couple of things. One of them was about how I would handle it personally, and that was to be absolutely open about who I am, to never shy away from that and try to be dignified, even when it might be difficult. And part of the reason I did that was I thought it was very important to show that you should never be ashamed of who you are, even when there are people who would try to make you be. And I thought that was one of the best things I could do in terms of how I handled it. On the issue of, I suppose, reform, there are a number of us in the party, Anthony Albanese, Tanya, others, who've worked very hard to try and improve the party's position and policies on gay and lesbian Australians. And I can remember in 1998, at the national conference I was at, I think Richo was there, it was the very first time we actually had in the platform any reference to discrimination on the basis of sexuality. And since that time, I think you've seen progressive improvements, modernisation in the Labor Party's platform. And at the last election, we went to the election with the most comprehensive set of law reform in relation to gay and lesbian rights that the country's ever seen, and we have delivered them all. We have delivered them all. And they are important things. They are things such as parental recognition of children of same-sex relationships under the Family Law Act. They are recognition of same-sex relationships as de facto relationships in federal law, in Veterans Affairs, in terms of Medicare access. These are things which make a real difference to people's lives. Now, I accept that you and some other people in the community would like us to have a different position in terms of marriage. That isn't the position of the party. But what I would say to you is do take a moment to consider what we have tried to do, what we have advocated for, and what we have delivered for gay and lesbian Australians.